Retail will always evolve. That's the nature of the industry. But the pace of this evolution today is dramatically increased. Before we begin a design, before we put pen to paper, we go way back upstream to understand what those retailers' goals are, what their business goals are, what their challenges are, who their customers are. And then we begin to define a strategy around that, where we can meld their business goals with their consumers' needs. And then that helps us to create an environment that's the optimal environment for their business and for their customers.
They've grown just as we have as a company over the years, and I think it's nice to see that they keep returning to us because they see value in what we do here, and that we've grown and we've adapted just as they have to keep with the times. Well, I think they really see a value in our design process and our authenticity and how we deliver this work. We are so passionate about every aspect that goes into these designs, and we put forth the work to really understand, the people that are in these spaces and how to put in something new to really inspire people to come back to these retail stores.
So PFG was a certain collection of merchandise within the Columbia brand that's geared specifically towards performance fishing. There was a big feature wall that had video footage of fishermen sharing and telling stories. But we also had some smaller moments of technology, and it was important to us that the technology wasn't just there for looks, but it had a purpose and a reason. And one example of that was a small iPad screen that you can learn how to tie different knots. And there's actually rope there next to it so you could learn how to tie different knots. So it was integrative, there's an activity, the customer could interact with it.
By taking everything through the filter of the customer and mapping that out as a customer journey, the idea that you can understand the cadence and the movement of the space and the movement of the messages within that space, what the brand's trying to communicate along the way. I think the idea that we turn around and explore that customer journey from the very beginning, layer in all the strategy the client's trying to get to, but at the right time in that journey for the right moment. And then when we go back and evaluate, we take that same narrative, that same journey, we bring it back and we retell that story. And when we've done a really great job, the narrative that we created at the beginning, after visioning, matches exactly the end result that we got at the end.